Nakilala si Janette Mcbride noong early 2000 matapos siyang lumabas sa iba't ibang TV shows ng ABS-CBN tulad ng Tabing Ilog, ASAP, Richard Loves Lucy at maraming iba pa. Subalit higit na nakilala si Janette dahil sa kanyang role sa pelikulang Tanging Yaman na nagbigay sa kanya ng parangal sa Star Awards bilang New Movie Actress. Naging permanent fixture si Janette sa telebisyon nang isama siya sa amin bilang isa sa mga host ng Talk TV. Subalit sa kasagsagan ng kanyang popularidad, nakaranas ng mga negatibong publicity si Janette kabilang na ang muna'y pagbubuntis niya na paulit-ulit na itinanggi ni Janette noon. Hanggang sa nagdesisyon na nga lang siyang lisanin na ang show business para mamuhay sa ibang bansa. Narito po tayo ngayon sa Chef Jessie sa Rockwell kung saan atin pong imimit ang aktres at bunso namin sa Talk TV na si Janette Mcbride. Medyo may katagalan na ho, no? Nang huli natin siyang napanood sa TV at sa pelikula. At ngayon, sa vlog na ito, marami tayong malalaman tungkol sa kanya. Pero bago yan, subscribe muna kayo sa aking channel at sa Christine Babau's channel. Mga Jewel Theaters, talk na ba kayo?
Talk na kami!
Ayan, nostalgic tong ating episode ngayon. Mamutintin.
Ay, ito na nga. Hindi tayo kompleto, kaya hahanapin ko na siya. Hahanapin ko na muna si Ryan. Ryan, nasan ka na ba? Hindi kami kompleto. Teka, hahanapin na kita. Now na.
Ayan, so ito guys, ang reunion.
Yes.
Mini reunion ng Talk TV.
Yes.
Janet Mcbride, ang aming bunso.
Thank you.
How are you?
It's been 25 years. But I'm only 26.
Oo.
Wow. Started so
Ganon.
young.
Ganon. Grabe, tagal na, no?
Super.
Parang kahapon lang.
Yes.
No?
Yes.
So how are you? Pwede ba sabihin na you're back in showbiz?
Well, not
Diba,
showbiz, but theater.
Theater,
Yeah,
okay,
I've been doing theater for 11 years in Australia.
Anong klaseng theater ito?
So, ang tinatawag doon is improvised theater or improv for short.
So you're
Yeah.
in Manila now, performing sa Improv Theater.
Yes, so currently there's Manila Improv Fest.
Okay.
And so this runs every few years. And I'm here for that. So medyo short lang yung trip ko. But I'm here to perform with two groups. So Philo Talk is an all-Filipino group based in Sydney. And I'm with Big Fork Theater, which is a Brisbane-based improv group with, well, I already said Brisbane. Big Fork Theater is based in Brisbane, so I'm with two groups, right now.
So wala kang balak na bumalik sa mainstream show business?
Sa ngayon, wala. But, you
Wala.
know, I'm not closing the doors.
Ayan.
Maybe one day, we'll see. Maybe.
So open, guys, open.
We'll see.
O, kasi nami-miss ka na rin ng mga viewers natin.
Oh, so sweet. Namimiss ko rin sila.
Diba? Imagine, 25 years ago ba nung umalis ka ng Pilipinas?
Yes, 25 years.
25 years ago. Siyempre, ang tanong dyan ng mga viewers natin is, bakit ka umalis ng Pilipinas habang nandun ka sa, kumbaga, on your way to being a star?
Yeah, so...
But you left at the... Hindi ko pwede sabihin peak eh. Parang doon sa
maybe,
momentum.
Yeah, momentum,
On
for
your
sure.
way na eh, di ba?
Yes.
Kasi nagto-Talk TV na kami, ABS-CBN, nung time na yun.
And
But anyway, we'll talk about that later.
Okay.
Gusto ko muna malaman, paano ka napunta ng showbiz?
Okay, so my mom and I used to watch VHS tapes noon of like ASAP and other shows here in the Philippines. And since I was always doing dance and speech and drama as a kid, sabi ko parang one day gusto ko mag-artista.
Sa Australia yan,
Sa
ha?
Australia pa yun. And then when I was after I finished year 10, I decided let's go for it, you know. And I did commercials. I was approached by mga talent agents sa mall. Yun. So I did commercials first. And I wanted to watch ASAP so bad. So nakiusap kami ng mom and sister ko sa guard sa
Okay.
ABS-CBN.
Oo, walk-in lang. Walk-in. Walang kilala sa ABS.
Wala. And
Okay.
like, you know, we just went there with our, you know,
lakas ng
charm.
loob.
And our charm. And we just said, you know, kung pwedeng maging audience member kami, ganyan. And I'm not sure what was the protocol before, but we definitely didn't follow a standard one. And then ang bait naman niya, he let us through. And I was placed, I guess, somewhere where the cameras could see me because during the break, nilipitan ako ng floor director and said, gusto mo ba mag-artista? Are you here for something like that? Tapos kunyari hindi. Pero sabi ko, pwede po. Kasi hindi pa marunong mag-Tagalog, di ba? Pwede. Gusto ko po. Ganyan. Tapos, he introduced me to Mr. David Fabros in, back then it's called Talent Center. Star Magic, basically. And yeah, so I went from there, I did auditions. And among 4,000 kids that audition, I mean kids, teenagers, I got in. And I was one of the finalists in Star Circle Batch 8. Yeah.
Okay. Sino mga kabatch mo?
Sarah Christophers, Miko Palanca, Sheila Rodriguez. So a few people got to have shows like Munting Paraiso and things at that time.
Pero iba sa kanila wala na rin, no? Sa showbiz, no?
Most of us went private after that. Yeah.
And then, saan ka lumalabas ng mga shows after that?
So my first show was Tabing Ilog. And then I've done Loves Ko Si Babe, Richard Loves Lucy. But the I guess where I started to get a bit more known was in Tanging Yaman. So that was my first movie. Yeah.
And that's where you won an award,
yes, yeah, I got Best New Actress award from Star Awards.
Phenomenal nga yun for you yung Tanging Yaman. Doon ka talaga nakilala ng mga tao.
And I'm so blessed kasi it's one of those movies na pinapalabas every Easter, Holy Week, Father's Day, Pasko.
So, malapit na.
Marami,
di ba, papalabas na naman yan.
Marami gusto mag-add sa akin sa Instagram and Facebook around those times. Sabi ko, siguro Tanging Yaman is out now. Kaya alam ko,
Kasi nga ang galing mo artista.
Oh, thank you.
Nasundan pa ba yun ng iba mga movies?
I've had 2 other movies, but they were independent ones, not as famous as Tanging Yaman.
Bakit di ka na-offera ng ABS ng ibang mga big?
Oh, I got Talk TV after that.
Ayun na yun. Paano ka napunta ng Talk TV?
So, I heard that that was when Miss Chris Aquino was transitioning out of talk show to, I think, news?
Yeah?
Diba? I think she was doing the news.
Kami naman, from news to showbiz. Baliktad, di ba?
Yeah. And then there was an opening and my talent manager said na there's an opening for a new talk show and baka gusto ko mag-audition. So I did. I was super nervous. I've never done a talk show, of course. And I was 17. And yeah, thank God.
Ano reaction mo? Sinabing mga makakasama mo
mga
veterano.
Yes. Siyempre,
Mas matanda sa'yo.
I was very lucky. I felt so honored. Kasi you and sis, Mamu, and Ryan taught me a lot, sa pag-host. And I felt like I was really in the big leagues with you guys. Kasi siyempre, neneng-nene pa ako nun 17 lang, and I had only done drama. I'd never really hosted before. So I mean, did some few things here and there, but nothing like a daily talk show to really break you in.
Right. But were you happy in Talk TV?
Very happy, very happy.
Pero syempre may mga moments na unhappy ka din. Diba?
I mean, sometimes like, being only 17, syempre I was still trying to figure myself out, diba? So like, sometimes I would wear high heels, and then I was told na parang masyado kong mature. And so then I would wear sneakers and then do like mga sayaw-sayaw kasi we would have a lot of musicians as our guests, mga banda, di ba? Tapos sinabihan ako na hindi ka naman VJ. So parang, I was a bit confused. Like, so what's my parang identity? So it was a bit confusing at times, but I'm glad that I had the 3 of you to always guide me through and we were very close.
Ako naman, I'm thankful to Talk TV kasi yun din ang naging foundation ko para dito sa mga series of vlogs ko Mas naging relaxed ako when it comes to talking to celebrities.
Yes.
Parang naging training ground ko yun. Kasi
diba?
masyado akong stiff nung time na yun. That was, kumbaga, a time na nando kami sa news yung mainstream na news So that was the time na hindi ka pwedeng sumayaw.
Right.
Because newscaster ako reporter ako. Pero ngayon nagti-TikTok na lahat, di ba? Sumasayaw na. Nagbabago rin talaga ang panahon.
At saka, you guys were being teased a lot, tapos kami naman ni Ryan being teased, diba? So, may mga cute moments din naman.
Very memorable nga yun. Yan, masyado maikli. Maikli yung panahon, no?
Yes.
Nawala agad tayo sa ere.
Oh. But it was such a memorable time for me.
Totoo.
And some people still come up to me, even in Australia, they would remember me. Si, ano ka, no? Si Christine Hermosa. I go, no. She's prettier than me. Di ba? No.
Sino pa mga napapagkamala na ikaw? Kumbaga na-i-associate sa'yo na
It's
artista?
always three. Okay,
Sige.
it's Christine Hermosa, Donita Rose, or Pauline Luna. Yeah, and I was like, no, it's Tintin Barsola.
Ayun.
Diba? Uy, magkamukha tayo, di ba?
Sister nga eh, sister eh.
Yes.
Sa Monte, medyo.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Marami siyang kamukha. Parang siya kasi yung mga molde na mga half-half, di ba?
Yes, yeah.
Yan ang mga kinukuha talaga artista, maraming ganyan half-half.
Yes,
Yun.
that's right.
Lagi pinag-uusapan ng mga tao kung bakit nawala ka bigla sa showbiz. Kasi, very visible ka nga, daily yung show natin, talk to you, and then suddenly, you're gone.
Yeah, so because I started at 16 and I left after year 10, I hadn't finished high school. So there was this parang longing to finish my studies, and I was in an unhealthy relationship as well that I feel now convinced me that it's better if I leave and go to school. And that part's true, where I agree. I should have probably at least finished high school and then maybe tried showbiz. So medyo yung parang there was a bit of culture shock coming from Australia to the Philippines, and then living through another subculture, which is showbiz, and that was so new for me. And then not having studied and not listening to my managers and my parents. I listened to my ex. And I decided, I'm just gonna leave. And sa totoo lang din, I was struggling with dealing with a lot of gossip. And I just wanted it to end. I just wanted out. Yeah,
You felt na parang sobrang toxic ng environment.
Yeah, it was. And I guess because I was just so young and naive, and I just wanted to, I guess, follow my way and not listen to anyone's advice. But I really regretted it for many years. Oh yeah. I really struggled with living a normal life after that and having a normal job. Like I worked in food, retail. I've done like a call center in Australia, and I hated all of it. And I can say honestly, I think I was depressed. Yeah, so my days na iyak ako ng iyak. And I felt for years like really lost, and I felt bad that I didn't, listen to my parents, I didn't listen to my managers, and there was a lot of regret, yeah.
Ba't di ka bumalik sa Pilipinas?
Actually, I tried. So like about 5 years later, I thought, I'm gonna try again. I really missed it, and I had to face the truth na there's a part of me that really still wants to act. So I went back after 5 years. But I could only get on one soap opera. Yeah. And that was such a great experience kasi kontrabida ako dun eh. So, sarap maging kontrabida. Ang saya. It was really, really fun. But after that, wala na. And I thought maybe this was the world or the Philippines at least telling me na just go back to school. So actually after that, I went to university and got a degree.
Saka I remember you telling me na nag-try kang pumasok sa isang reality show.
Yes.
Ano nangyari doon? Ba't di natuloy yun?
So there's a very well-known reality show, and I thought, let's audition for that around this time, around the soap opera time. And one of the producers said to me, if you can admit to the camera that you had a child, we'll consider having you in the show. Tapos nagulat ako, sabi ko, there's nothing for me to admit because I never had a child. So sabi ko, I'm not going to lie para lang I can get into this show. So sorry, no thank you. Hindi ko gagawin yun. So I didn't get the role. Yeah. So I realized then maybe showbiz isn't for me because I wasn't willing to say something naman that's not true.
Minsan sa showbiz kasi parang kinakailangan you wash your dirty linen in public,
Yes.
Diba? Para mas panoorin ka ng mga tao.
Oh, yeah. But if it's not true, what's the use, diba?
Okay, yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Anyway, nabanggit na rin yung tungkol doon sa pagiging pregnant mo, recurring ano to parang napakabigat.
nightmare.
Oo, parang napakabigat na ano yun, na accusation against you. Paano ba nagsimula yun? Bakit lumabas yung balitang buntis ka?
I think because when I knew that I wanted to leave and I was ready to go back to school nga, I honestly didn't care, and as in about myself, my weight. Because before I was really strict sa gym, and I was...
Alala ko, payat na payat ka.
Super!
Medyo bumigat ka nga lang kasi kain ka ng kain ng fast food.
Yeah, kung ano-ano, di ba?
Nung
Kasi
patapos
palabas
na yung
na
show
ako
natin, nung patapos na yung show natin,
Yeah.
napansin namin, kain ka ng kain, take out ka ng take out ng pagkain.
Yeah, and like...
Depression na pala yun, doon mo dinadaan.
Maybe.
Oo.
But it was a form of rebellion. Because, there was such a tight standard to look a certain way, di ba? So parang, for me, it was my way of rebelling na, you know what, I'm not gonna comply with that standard. So I just decided I'm just gonna eat like a normal person. And it's probably not like overeating, but it's just like normal compared to what I was doing before. Let's say before, sobrang pag-diet, tapos lagi ako nag-gym. So at that time, I stopped all of that. I stopped caring. So another thing I think is, nung time na yun, syempre, late, that was 2001. So early 2000s. Medyo uso pa noon yung, if an artista was pregnant, pasikreto pa yon, they would go to the States, di ba, para
Tama.
manganak, ganyan. And they weren't really open about their pregnancies back then. So feeling ko, I was part of that parang era na people would assume na that's what happened. And I, honestly, Papu, I even offered on our show, I said to our producers, I will do an ultrasound live. Like, bring the camera, di ba? Bring the camera to the hospital. I'll do an ultrasound. Ayaw naman nila. Sabi ko, I'll do a...
Hindi ko alam yun Hindi ko alam.
Sabi ko, I'll do a pregnancy test right on live on our show. Ayaw nila. And I don't know if like may pinupush na narrative na that's easier to believe that I was pregnant than me saying, hey, let's get a real ultrasound and verify na hindi ako buntis. Yeah.
Saka yung pag-quit mo, naka-add pa yun no?
Yeah. So parang for people...
parang sabi ko sa inyo buntis siya. Tinan mo, tumatakas na.
But for all those years, I had been telling different reporters, even went on TV in a different show saying, if anyone knows kung boy or girl ang supposed anak ko, can you let me know? Kasi hindi ko rin alam kung boy or girl. Kasi wala nga. And I said, if anyone has pictures or any proof, can I see? Kasi I don't even know. But, I think eventually nag-quiet naman yung issue. But that's been such a
Pero during the
recurring-
height of it, I remember, parang pinakita mo pa yung tiyan mo, no?
I was asked to show my stretch marks. And
On national TV, live.
Kasi wala pang social media noon.
Yes,
So ang national TV na lang.
So, yun mo.
So I showed my belly. Wala, there's nothing there. But also stretch marks doesn't mean that you had a kid. Men can have stretch marks, doesn't mean they had pregnancy. But yeah, that's the unfortunate thing I had to do. Pero I don't know if that changed anyone's mind.
It was such a big deal back then,
Yeah.
no? Lalo na, nung nasa airport ka na,
Yes.
mas nag-worsen pa yung issue. Kasi nag-dirty finger ka sa mga reporters.
And I'm very sorry about that. Very, very sorry. That's true. That one is true.
Sobrang galit.
Sobrang galit.
Sobrang stress.
Yun yung part of my rebellious era. I was 18. I was ready to leave. It was a very private moment. I was saying goodbye to my family in the airport, and I was leaving in my mind for good. And to my shock horror, I saw a video camera, a professional video camera. Kasi wala pang mga
Parang
phone
paparazzi style.
Wala pang phone yun na may video. So it wasn't like I was followed by fans. It was a professional camera from media.
May reporter ba na nagtatanong?
Walang reporter. There was a guy, a cameraman, holding a massive camera, filming this whole thing. And for me, it was such a private moment with my family. And I was saying goodbye, and I was crying and saying, this is it. I'm going. I'm probably never coming back. But sadly, I made the wrong decision, which was to do the finger at them because I was so angry that parang my privacy was invaded, and then they didn't ask pa, is it okay? Can we, I wouldn't have done that. I would have probably just waved, But yeah, that's still the wrong thing. And I was so young. I was 18, so I'm really sorry about that.
Ano ka, kumbaga, you're all stressed out and all,
yeah,
di ba?
so much.
Sobrang dami. You're
Yeah.
leaving the Philippines. di ba?
Yeah, but it's
You're
such
leaving a career
For
na minahal
sure.
mo.
Yes, so it was definitely not a good call for me to do that. I didn't have the right attitude about that.
Siyempre, after that, puro negative na. Yung mga lumabas na write-ups about you.
Yes, yeah, na parang I was ungrateful, ganyan.
Yeah.
So even though that's not true, I totally understand why that was the perception of me.
Okay. So,
Yeah.
ina-acknowledge mo na mali
Oh,
talaga.
yes, I definitely acknowledge that I made so many mistakes. I was in an unhealthy relationship that I chose over a promising career. I did that at the airport. I shouldn't have.
So, Janet, on the 5th year, bumalik ka ng Pilipinas. Yung pa rin ang issue, yung pregnancy?
Yes, and apparently a manager that was trying to look for work for me said na medyo mahirap kasi yung ano ko nga, past. Parang it's hard to get out of people's minds yung past ko. So sadly, I couldn't find much work. Yeah. So I thought, it's time for me to study. So I did a Bachelor of Human Services, which is like community work. Yeah.
Okay.
So at that time, medyo hindi ako masyadong rebelde, no? And I wanted to serve, and I wanted to help others. I wanted to help the community, ganyan. After I finished university, actually contacted a friend who helped me get work in a school dito sa Philippines.
Sa Philippines na naman.
Yes, and it was good kasi miss na miss ko talaga ang Philippines. And since I knew that iba na yung path ko, hindi na siya showbiz, my friend suggested, well, do you want to try working with us in this school? And since my course was in helping others, sabi ko, sige, try ko nga. So I worked in an international school in Pasig. And I loved it.
Ano pangalan ng school?
Victory Christian International School. Yeah, and I was a Christian. I became a Christian as well. So parang it worked out really well for me na to work in the school with the same faith and values as what I was doing at church. And I met so many friends. Until now, I'm still very good friends with my co-teachers. So I was actually teaching film, like very basic film making, film editing, ganyan. A little bit of acting, and it was called projects and presentations, so mga speech. So I was teaching kids from grade 3 to 9 how to deliver speeches. So yung showbiz days ko, nagamit ko, naging useful sa school. And then I'm so proud to say na some of my students then went off to UP and they became speech communication majors. Wow. And some of them became professional film editors to this day because of my class. Yeah. So that was such an eye-opening experience. Mahirap din kasi like I didn't have a teaching background. But the passion was there, the passion to help the kids, the skills that I learned from my ABS-CBN days. Nagamit talaga.
And you were happy?
Very, very happy there. And I moved from teaching to admin. I worked in the human resources section as well. So that was a bit more stressful kasi you're dealing with employee issues,
problems.
yung mga complaint, ganyan, sahod, ganyan. Medyo yun ang mahirap, compared to teaching. It's a different challenge, but being in HR was quite stressful at times. Yeah. And then after a few years of being there, my mom got really sick. So I left in 2015 to take care of my mom. She actually had kidney disease and she was on dialysis for I think about 7 years. And she eventually passed away in 2021.
Sorry to hear that.
Thank you. So that was another really, really difficult time for me and my family. But I don't regret coming home whatsoever, so I could spend time with my mom.
Of course, you're a mom now also, no?
Yes,
Diba?
yes, that's right.
With one child.
One child, yeah. So I met my husband, Benson, in...
Na kami po ang Ninong
yes.
at si Tintin ang Ninang.
Oh, well, I was first year bridesmaid, di ba?
Oo,
And Ryan was one of the groomsmen, di ba?
Oo, tama.
And then, nagpalit naman tayo. Tapos kayo ang mga ninong at ninang ko. Yeah, my wedding. So we met at a church, a singles retreat. So, I got to know him and I spotted him kagad kasi matangkad siya na Pinoy, 6 feet, ganyan. I thought he was very cute and I love that he was Christian as well and he was, I could see his love for the Lord, like the way he would sing and just interact with others, and he's very, very kind and gentle. So, parang na-attract ako sa qualities niya. Yeah. And and so we actually were only married after a year of courtship. Yeah, he proposed after just 1 year, and 1 year later we were married. Yeah, so it was quite quick.
After the wedding, saan kayo nagtumira ni Bems?
Sa Australia na.
Doon na kayo talaga tumira?
Yes. Sorry, at first we went to, we were back in Manila. I was living in Manila. I went back to the school for a short time. And then we decided, because of my mom getting sick, let's move to Australia. So I sponsored him, and now he's an Australian citizen.
Anong work niya ron sa Australia?
So he's a senior graphic designer. Yeah, so he does graphic design and film editing.
Tapos, meron na nga kayong isang anak.
Yes.
But sadly, meron kang isang anak na hindi nabuhay.
Yes, yeah. So, interestingly, a lot of people were saying that I had rumors that I was pregnant before, but actually experienced infertility in my 30s. So we were married. I was turning 30, and I didn't have a child until 5 years later after we got married. So ang hirap. Like I thought, basta you're together na, mabubuntis ka ganyan. But it didn't happen. 5 years kami nag-antay for our son. And then he was about 2 years old, nabuntis ako ulit with our supposedly second child. Kaya lang it was an ectopic pregnancy.
Sa labas, no?
So the baby was in my fallopian tube. And I knew something was wrong kasi sobrang sakit ng side ko. And my first pregnancy didn't have those pains. So I said, parang something's really wrong. And it was aching so much. Tapos kahit nakatayo ako or nakaupo, I felt there was so much pain. And I thought, maybe I'm having a miscarriage. We went to the hospital and the doctor did a scan. And he actually said, it's worse than a miscarriage kasi my heart beat. Kaya lang, nasa labas yung baby, nasa fallopian tube. So, of course, we were so sad and they had to do surgery to cut the baby out of the tube kasi otherwise, baka pumutok when the baby grows in there, the tube might blow and that could be fatal to the mom. So they had to remove the baby right away. So ever since, I wasn't able to have another child. I mean, supposedly pwede pa, pero the chances are quite decreased. Because I will only have one fallopian tube now. Yeah. So
risky.
It's harder. Yeah, it's harder to fall pregnant now. So there's always a bit of guilt kasi I really wanted another child. I wanted my son to have a sibling, but I couldn't, give him one. And we would pray, and we could just keep praying. But now I'm so young. I'm 42.
Oo, medyo huli na yata ang biyahe, no? Parang hindi na yata pwede.
Yeah, but I'm so grateful that I have one wonderful, smart, and funny son,
How old is he?
He's 7. Yeah, Kian is 7.
Now.
Yeah.
Oh my God,
so he's doing well in school, and he's like an artist like his dad. So,
the irony of it, no? Nung kabataan mo, pinipilit nila na buntis ka. Ayaw mo mabuntis.
Yes.
And then nung gusto mo na mabuntis, di ba?
Hindi naman
Mahirap
pwede.
naman, no?
Yeah.
But still, you're blessed, di ba?
Yes, very much.
With having a kid.
Yes.
Anong name niya?
Kian.
Si Kian.
Yes.
Oo.
Yeah.
Tapos, immediately ba, after magstay ka sa Australia, nag-venture ka na into showbiz ulit?
So, I wouldn't call it showbiz, but theater.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
entertainment.
Yeah, entertainment. So, diba? So I went back to Australia in 2015 to look after my mom. And there are days that she was feeling better than others, and I was bored, and I was working. I was working in a community college, doing admin, and hindi ko naman dream maging admin officer. So somehow there was still this feeling or longing na mag-act. And so I looked up some acting classes, and for some reason, ang lumabas yung improvised acting.
Improvised.
And so I said, ano kaya yun? Let's try. And it was just a 6-week course. So sabi ko, low stakes naman. Wala namang mawawala if I don't go ahead. 6-week course lang siya. In that first week, I knew that I loved it. And I said, one day I'm gonna teach this course. And I just loved it, and I knew that I'm gonna stick with this. And I did all the levels, and I've been doing it now for 11 years. And I do teach it now, and I direct and I produce my own shows. And it's all in improvised theater, so walang script at all.
Kaya pala tawag sa'yo guru ng improvised theater.
Di naman guru, but
Napasa ko yung guru ka daw eh. Comedy pa nga, di ba? Parang comedy.
yeah. So people might be surprised to learn na hindi siya drama. But
Ano ba siya? Explain mo nga kung ano yung improvised theater. Paano yun?
so basically the short of it is there's no script.
No script.
We create the characters, the dialogue.
On the spot.
On the spot. Even the whole story from beginning to end, we just create on the spot. And the basic principle nun is yes and. So if I say that you're my hi dad, you would yes and, which means you agree, and then now you're my dad.
I can refuse?
No, you shouldn't. You shouldn't. Yeah.
Sige nga,
So, for
subukan ka natin.
example,
Mag-act ka nga.
Oh, sige. Like,
Sagutin ko,
Okay. Oh, Dad, can I please use your credit card?
Alam mo anak, lagi mo na lang ginagamit yung credit card ko. Ang problema kasi nauubos.
Sorry na, Dad.
Uuubos sa credit card.
Hindi, kasi...
Saan mo ba ginagastos kasi? Hindi naman pwede forever na lang to.
Hindi, para sa gift mo. Sa Father's Day gift mo.
Father's Day,
You'll
ganyan
love it.
ganyan din ang ginawa mo noon. Sabi mo, bibigyan kita sa gift sa Father's Day, Mother's Day, kahit di naman ako mother, binibigyan kita ng
Oo.
gift. Ginagastos mo yung credit card mo. Ano ba? Diba?
You will love this. I can't promise I'll pay you back. But nandito ako for you, Dad. I love you. I'll always love you. Please.
Okay. Eric, credit card ko. Kaya naman, ganon.
So, ganun lang. And so, we call that endowment. So, I can endow you as a character, and then you'll agree. And the and part, kasi yes,
Interesting
and, is
naman.
you add, which you did. You added to it, di ba? You gave me a history na you're always doing that. Ganyan, yeah.
Galing, ano?
Pero ang,
Very creative.
Thank you. Yeah, it's very creative and very spontaneous and fun. But the interesting thing, and I tell this to all my students, is that nagagamit ko yung skills ko from my early acting days in movies and TV. Now, in comedy, in improv. Kasi I love doing dramatic theater, improvised drama. And I have an Asian auntie character that I do from the Philippines.
Ano yan?
So, I'm Auntie Maria from the Philippines.
Paano?
Tapos nagbibigay kami ng advice.
Sige nga.
And I have a scene partner, si Himali, taga Sri Lanka, but she's Auntie Rane. And we asked the audience before the show na magsulat ng mga problema nila, and then they put it in the rice cooker. And then on stage, we pull it at random, and then we read, and we give them advice. Usually terrible advice as auntie.
So kasama audience, no?
Yes,
sa
it's very
improv,
interactive with the audience. Yeah, we give them terrible advice.
So kinakausap niyo yung audience, ha?
Kinakausap. And then we...
This is fun.
Yeah, and then we improvise scenes. Based on the advice. So we were lucky kasi sometimes our shows are sold out. We used to have a competition against other teams, and we won 12 weeks in a row. And we're the reigning champs at the moment sa Brisbane.
Congrats!
Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, so we really get to I guess feel na medyo therapeutic.
Totoo.
Yung
Actually,
character. Yeah.
therapeutic.
It's based on maraming auntie, maraming tita that I know. Even parts of my mom, Yeah.
Meron bang, naka-base na ganyan sa Pilipinas? Na ganyan klaseng,
Not that I know of.
Wala pa.
I know there's an auntie character that's Chinay. Yeah, it's Ansis. I see him on TikTok, but it's different because we give advice. And we're a duo. Siya naman one.
Ayaw mo magtayo ng ganyan dito sa Pilipinas?
Gusto ko rin. Yeah, maybe one day. I would love to. And I would love to teach here one day. I would love to. Yeah.
Oh, saka mas ma-exercise yung yung acting skills ng mga
Yes.
kabataan natin.
I would love
Nang walang
to.
script, di ba? On the spot.
Mas exciting.
Teka muna, kung improv theater yan, anong ending nito? Siyempre, di ba? Ano yun? Di ba dapat may opening, may
Yes.
in between, and then ending?
Yeah, so it's just like any narrative. Dapat may beginning, may conflict, may resolution. So in our training, we have that also. And improvise nga lang. And we make sure that it ties up nicely at the
So
end.
hindi pinag-uusapan na parang ang ending
No.
natin ganito.
No,
Kailangan
never.
mamatay si ganyan doon sa, sa story.
Never. And I've done improvised telenovela or teleserye style. Yeah. Improvise. We do also I direct a show called Where You From. So it's like iba-ibang lahi na performers. They're there. We do improvised multilingual shows where we code switch between English and their language. We do bad translation. Maraming format. Yeah. Super masaya. Yeah.
Testingin natin si Ryan Agoncillo saka si Mamo Tintin.
Yeah.
Mamaya sa improv acting. Tira natin kung paano natin ma-handle itong eksena, no? Gawin natin yan, no? Talk na ba kayo?
Talk na kami! Chief Anthony Pictado ng Talk TV.
Twing 10:30.
Laglagan na tayo, laglagan na. Huwag na natin patagalin to. Ray, ano bang masasabi mo sa mga experience mo with Janette?
Yung good lang Don't mention that.
This might be an insignificant memory. I doubt you guys would remember this, but I have one very significant memory of Janette. Alam mo ba na sa tagal natin magkatrabaho sa Talk TV, I only hugged you and made you kandong on my lap once.
Wow! Hindi namin alam yun, ha?
Hindi, magkakaharap tayo nito. That was the only time. Ano lang. Kasi nga,
reason?
Hindi, kasi nga, ano na siya you were having problems already at that time.
Yeah.
And, you were, one break time, you were vulnerable and you wanted to join us for lunch na. I think that parang one of the few moments that you actually did. And then, yun lang. Wala. Kinandun lang kita, hinag lang kita kasi sobrang problemado ka na. And that was the only time I ever got to express support to you physically. Kasi nga, sobrang strict natin sa isa't isa ng time na yun. Stricto kami sa isa't isa nun Meaning, she was very protective with her relationship. Tapos ako din, ganun din ako with my relationship.
We had those clear boundaries.
Yeah.
Kasi tinutokso kayong dalawa, di ba? Pinipair kayo.
Kailangan namin maging very clear with each other. That's why I think that tandem worked. Kasi as in matindi yung respeto na yun. I don't know if you even remember that afternoon. But that stuck to me. That afternoon stuck to me kasi I think you allowed yourself to be very vulnerable and then in return, I had to offer a safe space. Kasi ano yun mag to 2 years na tayo together sharing the dressing room pero hindi ka talaga nag-open up sa problems mo. And then ako parang nag-open up ka nung one time na yun lang yun. Tapos that's it.
Yung pala maraming binibit-bit na problema.
Tapos we only had the talk siguro many years
Later, yeah.
Ayun, yun yung aking masashare.
Thank you. Later, we can hug it out.
Yeah.
Kaya ni Ray yung improvised theater.
Oh my gosh.
Kaya niya yun?
You want me to do I'll do the auntie. Okay, I'll be the auntie. Yeah?
Mag-acting ka, pare.
Oh my God.
No,
Walang script.
He just has to ask me a problem.
Sige.
And then I'll-
Sige. Okay.
Okay, what's your problem? Okay, Auntie Maria will help you, huh?
Auntie,
Just tell me.
Auntie, my problem is during Holy Week in 2026.
Yes.
My parents keep on saying we didn't used to do that when we were children. I want to go and party on Holy Week, but they're saying no, it's not our tradition. So what do I do, Auntie?
Yes, that's very true. But you can also have party. But instead of drinking, you drink the holy water. Okay? you dunk yourself in the little bowl. You go to the church.
Okay.
and you just dunk yourself, you'll be very holy and your parents will be so proud of you, You can still experience holiness, But the strike of midnight after Holy Week, you go back to the club and do what you like.
Grabe. Ang lupit ni Auntie, oh.
I love this auntie. Thank you, auntie.
Kakaiba ka, Auntie.
Anytime. This is for a small fee.
Small fee?
Who's paying me?
Naniningil ka, Auntie ka nga eh. Pero ba Auntie na nagpapabayad?
Yes, because I have such valuable wisdom.
Auntie, I give you sugar.
You eat,
Ay,
Auntie.
salamat. Salamat.
Everything you want to eat, you eat here, okay? Auntie, that's your talent fee.
Yeah.
Anyway, you're obviously very happy now.
Yes, and I'm doing my master's now in theater. Yeah.
Talagang yun na talaga, no?
Yes, because I want to upskill and increase my knowledge, and so it would be great kasi maybe one day, I can be a fully fledged paid kasi usually mababa ang pay sa arts, unfortunately, at least in Australia. But hopefully be well paid, improvising actor and director, producer. So I'm doing my master's to gain more confidence and skill in those areas.
Yeah. Eventually, malay mo, ikaw na magtuturo sa mga batang artista natin, di
Yes,
ba?
why not?
Pwede
It's such
na,
a great skill.
Pero wala kang plano na venture into mainstream theater?
Oh,
mga
yes.
Broadway, mga ganyan? Gusto mo rin yun?
I would love to try. Like, maybe one day I'll do mga workshops here and try with the locals here in Manila. That it would be such a dream come true for me. Yeah, I would love to. Sa abroad, hindi ko pa na-try, but I would always say yes and to that. Yeah, so why not? Yeah.
Anong advice na may bibigay mo sa mga upcoming na mga artista natin? Yung mga nagsisimula pa lang sa pag-aartista. Anong dapat nilang tandaan?
They should be professional and learn their lines. Coming from an improviser,
teacher na dating ba?
pero ex-scripted actor, learn your lines, be professional. But I'll also say, listen to your parents, listen to your managers, and excuse me. Itchy. Listen to your parents, listen to your managers, because especially when you're young, they really know what's best for you. And another thing is, if you're in a relationship na may mga red flags, listen to them, see them, and recognize them for what they are, and don't be swayed just because feeling mo in love ka, ganyan. It's wise to listen to those who have gone ahead of you. Yeah.
Ano sa tingin mo ang dapat baguhin pagdating sa kultura ng entertainment sa Pilipinas?
I think unang-una yung body shaming, that needs to just end.
Okay.
I mean, it's already 2026, but that should have been abolished like years and years ago. If someone gains weight because they look normal, as in like they're not unhealthy but they just look like a normal person, dapat okay lang yun, diba? And I think that's the thing, kasi yung body shaming can really affect someone's mental health, And I know for me, I really struggled with that, and I tied my self-worth to my weight for many, many years, and I'm still dealing with it. And so I think that should really be erased, and we should just celebrate people for how they look. Big, small, tall, short, brown, white, i-embrace natin, 'di ba? Ang identity natin, and not shame people because they don't look like they were when they were 17.
Yeah. What if after this interview ay may mga producer na gusto kang kunin ulit sa Pilipinas? Open ka ba ron?
I guess open naman. I'm not closing my doors. But I'm, sa showbiz wise, I'm very, very rusty. So, pero for theater,
teacher ka eh.
Yeah, but that's
Expert ka na
different.
kumbaga eh.
Improvised theater is a bit different. Mas
I
comfortable
know, but
ako doon.
it's still there. I'm sure it's still there.
Yeah, I mean, if the opportunity comes, I wouldn't waste it naman. And I would be very grateful. So, yes.
Yan nga, guys, pwedeng, paano ka nga ba nila kukontak? May Facebook ka ba na, pwedeng
You can-
i-message kung sakali?
Yes, Asian Aunties Improv.
Alright, before we go, anong gusto mo sabihin sa yung mga tagahanga? O mga dati mong tagahanga na nagto-talk TV pa tayo?
Oh,
Ano gusto mo
hi.
sabihin sa kanila?
Hello, mga fans na 40 plus. 40 years old pataas. Hi. Thank you for your support over the years, and some of you that still see me abroad. It's like, si ano yun ah, si ano yun. Hello, and yeah, thank you. Sorry na rin if I've let people down, especially management and yeah, fans who were expecting me to do more. Please forgive me because I was very young and hadn't even finished high school, so I only knew what I knew at such a young age. But now that I'm older, I recognize my mistakes. And yeah, hopefully you'll see more of me in theater or at least on Instagram. So thank you.
Wow, thank you so much.
Thank you so much,
Janette
Papu.
Mcbride. Oh, happy ako na happy ka na ngayon.
Yes,
And
thank you.
successful sa career na iyong napili.
Thank you. Thank you,
Thank you.
Papu.
And good luck. Good luck.
Thank you.
Oh. Abangan nyo guys ha, doon sa mga susunod na performance ni Janette, panoorin nyo siya. Very interesting ito. Kuya, ano ka, Tita, kausapin ko kami as Tita.
Okay, what do you need? What's your problem, huh? Is something going on between you two?
Oh, no.
No?
Tita, we're just friends.
You're just friends.
Yes, Tita. It's just good friend.
Okay, let me tell you something. You need to put a ring on it. Okay? If you want to keep this girl in your life, she
Opo.
will not hang around just as a friend.
Oh.
You need to put a ring on it, okay?
Wala.
Marry this girl.
Wala pa akong budget, Tita.
Don't worry, your tita is here. I got something for you.
Ay, ayan. Oh. Ayan, mamu. Oh, tayo na ha.
Thank you. Tayo na.
Oh, ako ang ninang, ha?
Yes. Thank
Very
you,
good.
Tita.
Approve,
Salamat,
approve.
ha.
Thank you so much. Laki ng bato.
Masaya, di ba?
Di ba?
Nakakatanggal na stress.
Oh, di ba?
Dapat gawin ni Ryan.
Pagkatapos mo mag-perform, happy ba yung feeling?
Yes.
Parang nakataas ng adrenaline yun, no?
For sure. Yeah.
Tapos nag-work yung mind
Yes,
mo eh,
you
di ba?
have to
be
Hindi
very
ka na bobore.
Yeah.
Yes.
Dapat
Kasi pag yung normal theater, syempre, di ba may tendency
Yes.
na parang ito na naman.
And sometimes
ito
we do
naman,
musical improv pa. So we have
Parang
a...
musical, parang musical.
Well, not me, but we have a keyboardist who does improvised music, si Jen.
sasabayan niyo yun?
Yeah, so he'll just play as parang background music ng mga drama-drama.
And then you invent your lyrics,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. Sometimes we sing, sometimes it's just more background music. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, super fun. Yeah.
Ano ibibigay mo sa kanya?
Beat.
Mamaya mag-TikTok tayo. Yeah.
Ano ibibigay mo sa kanya?
Siyempre, ikaw magbibigay sa kanya ito, friend.
Okay.
Oh, kasi,
Souvenir.
sabi niya to habang
Oh,
nag-improve siya.
Ayan, pag nag-i-improve ka,
Yes.
isuot mo to. Ha?
Julius Baboy.
Ay, ayan ha. Parang kailangan yata, ano ka na ngayon, small. Kasi in-expect ko extra large.
Oh.
So ngayon, small ka na ngayon, ha? Ang galing, ha?
At saka,
Oo.
hindi bilog dito.
Oo nga, medyo
Ay,
maluwag eh. no?
Yan, maluwag yan.
Gusto ko ng ganyan na shades na orange.
I-order
Wala ba?
kita. I-order kita.
Ito pa,
Order
ito.
kita. Ayan pa.
Wow.
Mug for you.
Wow, thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. As my
Meron pa,
Auntie Maria
tita.
say, oh.
O pag pinapawisan ka, nag-improve ka, ito,
Wow.
pampunas ng pawis.
Oh, ayan.
Wow,
Baby
thank
ko wipes,
you.
tita.
Baby face ka pa din, baby
Oh,
face.
wow.
And then finally, seriously now.
Yes.
Kasi wala ka dito ng 20th wedding anniversary
Oh,
namin.
yes.
Na, by the way, yung some of our friends dito namin celebrate where we are now. Thank you, Chef Jessie.
Yes.
Yes.
Sarap ng
Chef
food.
Jessie, yes. Here at Chef Jessie at Rockwell.
Yes.
So, dahil wala ka noon, hindi ka nakapunta ng 20th wedding anniversary natin, ito naman yung souvenir namin that year.
Jacket
when we
ba?
celebrated our jacket.
Gusto ko yung jacket.
Hindi siya jacket.
Shades,
Maliit na bagay. Hindi rin shade. Maliit na bagay pero
Wow.
very meaningful.
Thank you.
Yun
Can I
ang
open it now?
dedication.
Mamaya lagyan natin dedication yan.
May
Oh,
buksan
cute.
yung ribbon. Namnamin mo muna yung ribbon. Ang hirap i-ribbon yan, besh.
Oh, thank you so much.
Diba? Sa souvenir.
Anong memories
At
mo?
yun, dahil ninong-ninang kami sa
Yes.
kasal.
Yes.
Di ba ni Ben? Hello, Ben. Ayan naman ang ang
Thank you.
something for the wedding.
Thank you so
naman.
much. I will treasure this and our friendship always.
Yes.
After 25 years.
Yeah,
diba?
forever yan ha.
Yes.
Walang expiration.
Wala.
Yes, pa.
Anong memories mo sa kanya?
Yung Talk TV days,
Yes.
yun. Sobra. una, physically ganda ako sa'yo. Talagang the face, And then yung humor mo. Noon pa man, Janet, isa ka ng komikera. I remember using that word sa'yo, komikera. Kasi ang dami mong punchline, even doon sa spills natin in the studio, tapos mag-interview ka. Meron ka laging punchline So, now you're so good at it kasi now you're using it for improv, di ba?
Yes.
So, it's
Kasi-
your sense of humor.
Thank you. Yeah, because before it's more on just learning. It's only 17 when we had the show, 18. So, I was very shy. My times I was so shy, but as we got through the show, my confidence grew, and because you guys helped me as well, Yeah, thank you.
That's what I remember, your
thank
sense of
you.
humor.
Thank you.
Aside from your good heart.
Yeah.
Kaya naman, ma'am na ngayon, ma'am.
Yes.
Teacher na Teacher na si ma'am
Yes.
Ayun, okay.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
Welcome.
Thank
welcome.
you.
Kung kayo ay bag, anong klase kang bag at bakit? I'm sure magkaiba kayo. So, anong klase kang bag? Are you an overnight bag, party bag, backpack, alam mo na, small bag, big bag, and why?
Oh, I know what I am.
Yes.
I'm a backpack
Backpack. Why?
because
English. Yeah.
Oo, mahilig sa ano yun,
ayoko pala maging
backpacking.
Yun!
Ay, wow.
Gusto niya ng backpack
Adventure.
na pang backpacking.
Gusto ko ng backpack na
So, it denotes adventure. That
yes! Yes!
Yeah.
Ikaw?
Ako yung overnighter na leather.
Wait. Specific.
Oo.
Leather overnighter. Why?
Saan ka pupunta?
Yun nga yung point nun.
mag-overnight?
Saan pupunta?
Pang Europe yun
Kasi pag overnighter,
Oo.
ano siya, parang travel, journey.
Sino ka overnight mo?
Tapos,
Ay.
dahil mong tanong, wag na lang pala mag-bag. Ipapadala ko na lang. Shipping na lang, shipping.
Ganyan ang misis.
Oo nga eh. Ang dami. Hindi na pala ako aalis. Hindi na ako sa bahay.
Wala tuloy overnight.
Kasi yung bag namin, yung bag ko.
Kasama ka pa naman sana sa overnight. Eh.
Wala na siyang bag. And our model today is gonna be handled by Mr. Bernie. What are we gonna do with Sheila's hair today?
This layer with texturize.
So you're gonna layer and texturize the hair kasi at the moment medyo mahaba at very bagsak na straight siya. So what are we gonna do for the color?
Latte. Dahil stigmata po siya.
So ang kulay natin is latte color. So something actually a little bit different. I'm excited to see the outcome of our latte. You're ready with your model? What did we end up doing with her hair?
Ang ginawa ko po siya ng ice latte, kinalang ko siya ice latte, tapos hinalize ko po siya, and increase layer.
A little bit texture.
Texturize.
Very nice. So in fairness, ang ganda siya. It really shapes her face, no? Is there anything that you would like to recommend for her to use on her hair at home? What do
Yes,
you
ma'am.
think?
Ma'am, serum.
Serum para maging smooth and shiny siya. So if you want to have your hair cut like this, don't forget to visit Mr. Bernie here.
Gusto niyo ma-experience ng gandang haircut? Punta lang po ako sa SMB pa. Hanapin lang ako si Mr. Bernie. Thank you po.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Laura.
Julius and Tintin, para sa pamilyang Pilipino, would like to thank the following. Raja Travel Corporation, with you on your journey. David Salon, whoever you are, whatever you do, David Salon brings out the best in you.
Coco Life, believing in the Filipino.
Babyco Baby Wipes and Frida Feminine Napkins.
Universal Robina Corporation.
The Kabalen Group of Restaurants.
Ideal Vision.
Revlon for my makeup.
Goldmine Rice.
Mono Quadratic made-to-order home and office furniture.
DeLonghi Coffee Machines.
Enagic from Japan, Kangen Water Machine. Email us for inquiries.
Health Cube Medical Clinics. Uratex.
Clean Echo.
Autofan, the heart of every home.
Cupid's Cologne, only 150 each. To order, message Cupid Tony on Instagram or email cupidscologne@gmail.com.
Boteju, Authentic Japanese traditional cuisine. Sama-sama, salo-salo sa Boteju.
Promote your brand, products, and services in our show and digital platforms. For advertising inquiries, email n.bersola@gmail.com.